Welcome everyone to my new episode of price prediction for BONK cryptocurrency on late April 2024, talking about a crypto which has increased 40% in the last 24 hours. An amazing movement from a very low level we have been retracing during this massive correction of the alt. Looking for discovering what are the probabilities for higher numbers out there, including the great side of the space. We're talking about a past and post halving on the BTC side event. Situations are starting to be regaining the energy we had back in the day, and this is likely a beginning of a new altcoin rally out here. Looking forward to discovering more about that. And before we get into the topic, make sure to follow me and subscribe to the channel. At the same time, I'd like to share with you a couple of words about BTC. It's important to have a clear understanding what's happening in the markets and a perspective that Bitcoin is holding a major low here that always pushed us above 70 grand. Every time we got the zone confirmations around 60 grand, we have been flying a level above 70 grand, which at the moment is going to be decisive, considering the fact that you have a supply level and a trending resistance line coming from the top. It is not going to be an easy job to break above, yet it is going to be mandatory to achieve that. Otherwise, you're going to put so much pressure on the 60 grand demand zone that you're going to lose that, and you might target the 50s, which is a big trouble out there. So that's on that side. And before we continue, for those of you that enjoy trades, we have our BTC live trade running around. It's still, doing great, especially BTC has recovered a little bit. We are still gaining on that. $1.1 million profit on this one. Enjoying it. If you want to be part of my trades, you can definitely check out my trading journal, find out more about it, and feel free to join without any prior fees, just a commission from the pure profits achieved. Totally done for you with our ChatGPT bot trading, including the one-on-one coaching for those of you that would like to achieve financial freedom. I'd like to talk about those at the end of the video. Now it's time to share more on the BONK cryptocurrency price prediction and discussion for late April 2024 that sits on a great level of a market continuation movement, which is obviously going to gain more and more liquidity as we try to confirm ourselves above the moving averages, which is something we're doing right now. The 200 days moving average is the last one that has to be certified triggered. And what happened back in the day, we actually triggered the whole liquidity of the movement towards the upside from this level to that one as a target. We have actually moved, around 300% back in the day, right? 300% movement in about 7 days. And we're just taking the whole liquidity out of this pump. Price came back into the level, taking out basically the market makers, taking out people that were trading. We also successfully broke out here of a massive resistance trending line that confirms the bullishness again. What do we have to consider is the fixed range volume profile red line that's right there horizontally speaking to us as a meaningful level of a possible reaction, which means that right now we are sitting in a rectangle that is definitely not bearish. It's definitely bullish, and the rectangle is constructed between the Fibonacci line coming from the fixed range volume profile. It's this orange two lines horizontally that we have there. Those are all acting as a support around the 2000s area. Even slightly below, you have the support trending line. So in case of any retracement we might get, we will react on that. You have two levels right there holding you. And at the top, you gotta transform that, gray line at that level, which is at 2300s. And that's the fixed range volume profile line. It's just a continuation from the red line into the gray line. This is something that, whether we come back like this, somehow we have to transform this. It doesn't matter. You do a double bottom pattern right there. You might do a form of engulfing or a very powerful swing breakout. Somehow, with any pattern existing, you have to transform the 2300s in your support in order to attack basically the extension number 2 of the Fibonacci right there and the golden pocket coming from the tops. So that is the main target that I have for the moment. And of course, afterwards, there is another possible retracement to be triggered. There's another possible sell-off to be faced, which might end quite near, and then the market continues aggressively in the highs and breaks above, or simply the altcoin rally is going to turn off once again. We'll have to discover that. The first thing we got to do is make sure 2300s are going to be transformed into our strong supports in order to go aggressively for 3,500. That would be the target at the end of the day. So from this level, we're right now the 3,000, 4,500 sits somewhere around 66-67%. Even for those of you that believe as such return is looking like a great number, and this is without any form of a leverage, trading this cryptocurrency on leverage is extremely difficult if you're not in the right direction and riding the movement, as they have a very, very strong tendency of overextension. The overextension tendency is basically that if we go to the upside, we're not going 20-30%, we're keep adding 20-30% daily on the numbers, just like adding those big percentages downwards without having the capability to finally react on levels that are meaningful. They're all destroyed. Just like when it comes down to the bearishness, no one reverses the bullish thing. They're all destroyed. It's a situation where the markets are going both sides very aggressively for this crypto out here. So this is why we actually consider 66% a decent one. Even from here on a 2x leverage, that's more than 100% on the margin. And that's a great number, folks. BONK cryptocurrency definitely must confirm itself above the trending support line that we have, the green one. You cannot lose that under any means, right? So whatever entry you're going to get on the orange golden pockets, which is a 2000s or 1950s, and even slightly below around 1750s, whatever entries you get around that places should be triggered. Even at the level of 2000 for the long run, you're fine with the 3500 targets. In order to get to those targets, you got to transform the 2300 to your bottom, right? So the new bottom should be up there, which means that the one that you just made here should be taken a lot higher as a structure and put it into 2300, 400. Increase it to that level, and then you can target the other one. So take it step by step, one by one, making sure you do your technicals and price prediction. Every single new structure has been conquered. Every single new structure has been achieved. Make sure you are following with your language of the market on that. Now I'd like to talk about the one-on-one coaching program for those of you that are serious about this crypto world and would like to go financial freedom. And I'd also like to talk about the completely done for you trading with our ChatGPT bot. And make sure you check out the upcoming minutes. And now I would like to talk for those of you that believe in education and care about their performance. So it's time to share more details about my one-on-one coaching program. This is done with me live, where I'll take you by hand, just like I said, and teach you how to trade from A to Z, which means starting from the mindset psychology side into the technical analysis, understanding the language of the market, encrypting the charts, and being familiar with the language in terms of what does the market communicates with you. Understand the whole process and then know how to react to those messages that the markets are delivering to you guys. Knowing how to react obviously is a sophisticated process. How to trade, when to trade, what to trade, when to exit, how to exit, and how to deal with an active trade. All the situations that are considered complex and a trader needs to know. Whether we talk about part-time or full-time trading, it doesn't matter. What matters is you need to increase your educational level in order to perform in the markets correctly and most likely in a predictable way. Trading is not gambling, not at all. Trading is a type of activity where a person is trading an asset when the probabilities of a direction are very high. So he has the ability to recognize those moments when a probability compared to the other, so a energy of bullishness or bearishness, is having a very, very strong possibilities of going into a direction. This is when a trader steps in and it is in advantage towards the market, so he's trying to make money with that. That's the whole idea of the process. It's definitely not something that has a very, very high level of unknown and random outcome at all the times. No, there are situations like that as well. I can confirm that. Been trading since 2014 full time. But the idea is that there are situations where the randomness or the unpredictability is not high. And that makes the spots for the traders. So check out the video to understand how does it work. Register now for a free conversation with me, a one-on-one coaching where I'll take you by hand between 4 to 6 weeks and teach you how to trade on Zoom conversations with homework, with exercises, with everything that is needed. Just like for the completely done for you on the trading side, if you'd like to be part of my trades, you can definitely do so without any prior fees. Just a commission from the profits we earn. Commission is paid by you every 7 days. This is my journey. You can check out the links in the description area, in the comments area for everything. It's completely done for you. We are using our ChatGPT bot for trading. It helps us to perform, it helps us to run the analysis, and it helps for the accuracy side. So it's done through API trading permission, and it's simple, straightforward. I can explain you more. Just reach out to me if you think this is a good option for you. Have a good time around it. Subscribe to the channel, like the video, and we'll talk to you soon.